Hey YouTube, first of all, I got a real jank set up, but hey, welcome back to my channel. I look a little different. Hair got cut. It looks a little crazy right now, and then there's a little bit of dye missing in that part. But you know, today's been a day. Let me just, oh, stop it. Everything's not going my way. Oh my. First of all, I'm recording on my phone. Let me just, hi if you've seen me before. Hi if you haven't. I forget what I normally say, but keep watching. So basically, as you can see by the title of the video, I have a story time for you. Whatever I come up with the title, you see what I'm about to talk about. But first, let me just say I'm recording on my phone. I do have a camera, and this ties into the story, but I have 256 gigabytes of storage on my phone, right? Okay, for whatever, okay. And I use this little adapter thing to plug should I take this out? I don't know. Bro, I've been having such a day, like an evening, because I took a nap and everything was fine. Should have just stayed awake. I don't know. Actually, I'm not gonna do all that. I don't have to do all that, but this SD card right here. I use this from the camera SD card to put into my phone because even though I have a laptop, I edit on my phone because I bought Final Cut Pro X up here. I don't know how to use it, and I downloaded Skillshare. I got a premium package for free for a month. It was confusing, the lesson. I didn't understand it, so I'm still editing on my phone. So, being that that's how I edit my YouTube videos on my phone, I need the stuff to upload. Like I need it to work. But my phone's saying it doesn't have enough storage, which is a lie. Because I only have 42.9 whatever, I'm making that up, but I'm in the ballpark area, gigabytes used of 256. So why is it not working? I don't know either. So there's that. So that has been a dilemma for me for about a week, and I have about 4 videos worth of footage on my SD card that I've been I've been ready to edit now for a week and haven't been able to. It's been driving me insane, but being that I take anxiety medication, I try not to let things bother me too much, so I just left it alone. But today I was like, I want to edit, and also I'm a big Ariana Grande fan, and she came out with a song, Positions. Maybe I'll edit something in there or not, or maybe I'll just be pausing this direction looking dumb. I don't know. But she came out with that song and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna react, because I did a reaction to Tori Kelly and I did a reaction to Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga's VMA performance. But and I let it be known in there that I'm an Ariana Grande fan, so it's expected of me to react of something. I say expected like I have a lot of subscribers. It's just 73, but I love all 73 of y'all, and there's been people that say they want to see me react, and I'm like really excited about that. Let me get to the story time. I'm sorry. It's just all this adds into it, okay? Just so you can feel my frustration. I'm getting there. I'm storytelling. Story time. But can't do that because my phone's not letting me be great. And so called Apple today, or so I thought. I googled Apple support number. Okay, simple. Most people would do that. Scrolled, clicked on what looked legit, accurate. It said apple.com. Maybe it didn't, I don't know. But it looked legit. Like maybe I'll screenshot this thing I went to and put it here so you can see. It looked legit, okay? At least to me it did. Don't judge me. But once I clicked on that, I clicked the number, I called it, somebody answered, and here's where the fun begins. So I explained my problem as to why I was calling. Hi, I have a storage issue, and I don't know why, because I have space. Help. And so they proceeded to help, and he said, okay. I gave him like my app, ow, my nose. I gave him like my Apple ID information. He said he needed it, I gave it. And then I gave the last 4 numbers of my card, and this is not in that order. Like there was a conversation that made sense in here, that's why I gave the information from here. Fast forward through this lovely conversation, I can't remember why he said this needed to happen, but it made sense to me at the time. Why? My college educated self cannot figure out why I thought But anyway, degree for what? Debt for what? I don't know. But he told me I needed to, he asked me, do I have any stores around me? Like convenience stores, drug stores, grocery stores. I was like, yeah, I have a Food Line. So I'm just listening to myself. I feel like this happened today, y'all. I said I have a Food Line, a CVS, and a Walgreens. And he was like, okay, CVS will be fine. I said, okay, cool. And so then I followed his instructions to go to the store, and he told me to buy an Apple Card, whatever. And I said, okay, what? Like, I don't want to call myself dumb, but bro. Anyway, I proceeded to get ready to go. That's why I'm in this outfit, okay? Because I was not wearing this. Well, mind you, though, he said, when you're on your way to the store, though, be careful. You know, don't text and drive. Don't talk to me while you're driving. I want you to get there safely. So, at least the scammers cared about my safety. My physical safety, that is. Not my financial safety. And probably not my identity. But physically, they wanted me to get there intact to get my money to them. So really, that's what that was. Okay, I take that back. They weren't being nice. I just want to make sure I got there to give them the money. So then I go to CVS. The card he told me to look for is not there. So I told him that. And he said, well, we are also affiliated with Google. So you can get a Google Play card or whatever. And then he proceeded to explain to me that I was going to get refunded for the amount of money that I was about to spend, $200. And that once I did the process and they could, left out a part. What led to this making sense, my gullible mind at the time, was that he said like that people had access to my account in Ohio, Texas, Arizona, and 2 other states. I can't remember. And I was just like flabbergasted. I was like, oh, people have my information in those states? Help me. And so I'm thinking I'm getting help. False. So that's why it made sense to me at the time. So that's what I went and did. And then I went back to my car. And he said, okay, where is it at? Here it is, guys. Here is the card that I thought would help my Apple storage problem. Why would a Google Play card even help with an Apple problem? I was on FaceTime with my friend, my best friend Mercedes, and she said, why would a Google Play card help? And then it just clicked again of how dumb I was in this moment. But anyway, then he told me to scratch off the back. I did. I won't bring it too close because, they spent it already. But anyway, I'll get there. So they had me scratch off this. And then he was like, okay, tell me this stuff. Bro, like, saying this out loud, who am I? A dumb. But anyway, they had me read this stuff on the back, and I said the letters and numbers. And then he repeated it back to me, and I was like, and then funny enough, right here, there's like an LOL situation. And I, being the genuine, kind-hearted, honest individual I am, I said, and by the way, the lol at the end might be a 0 or it might be the letter O. I'm not sure, in case it doesn't work the first time. In case you can't steal from me the first time, just know that it might be the letter O or it might be the number 0. I helped them. I assisted them in theft from myself. So that was that. And then after I gave him that number, code, whatever, he said, all right, I'm going to transfer you to, I don't remember. I've been on the phone with like so many other people, but transfer me to this lady. She didn't sound very nice either, but it doesn't matter. They're all scammers. He said, all right, so the next step, because you have 7 people that have your stuff, so it's going to take 7 other cards. And that's when my brain was like, skirt, are you being dumb right now? Amaka, did you up? So then when she said that, she was like, it has to be a certain amount or whatever. And I was just like, what? I gotta give you what? Basically, it accumulated to $2,000. Not to get my business out like that, but that's close to the amount of all that I acquire at the moment. Okay, it's hard to say, but she was, what? So that's when it started to click. And I was like, I have to do what? And then she was like she took a sigh. I'm just clarifying, ma'am. But she said, yes, ma'am, you have to do A, B, and C, yada, yada. Get in the gift cards. And then I said, what? And she was like, and then if you don't have those gift cards, you can get a Target card. And that's when my brain was like, you're talking to a scam artist. Why would Apple, proficient, ahead of its time, Apple, tell me I need to buy a Target gift card for my storage problem? And so then, like I'm saying, that's when it dawned on me that I was in fact being a dumb. So I then told her, the lady, I said, okay, well, hold on, let me just check and see if I have the money. Then I went back to Google and I was like, Apple support number. And then I came across one that looks similar to the one I clicked on. But then, like, you know how Google has like other options? Like you can Google something, then it's like other variations of your question. I hope you get what I'm saying. So then I clicked on one of those little down toggle things, and then it had the same type of support number at different amount of time. So I was like, that's the number I should have called first. And honestly, this is a lesson learned, to not always just click on the first thing that pops up when you go to Google. Like, scroll, check, be thorough. Lesson learned. So I called the number while I was still on the phone with the scam artist, because I don't know why I just didn't hang up, but I was double checking just to make sure I was like, let me just make sure I don't lose my spot in case these people are legit, which I don't know why I still thought they were at this point. And I called Apple and I explained briefly the situation, and then they were like, yeah, no, you're being scammed. And I was like, oh, okay, word. So then I said, hold on to them. And then I talking back to the lady and I was like, so I don't need your help anymore. And she was like, oh. And I was like, oh. And then I hung up. And I wish I would have said some other stuff, but I was just distraught that I gave whoever $200. But Google Play got 200. I don't even have a Google. I don't even have it. I don't. So then I'm talking to Apple, and then they basically tell me what I need to do to get that back. They said I could file a police report, and I just really didn't feel like it. So I just called my bank and explained what happened. And so I should be getting reimbursed, luckily. And then while I was on the phone with Apple, I said, can I just change my Apple ID? Because I feel like these people have access to it. So then I changed the password to that. And then I talked to my bank and got that sorted out. I think it's frozen my account now, and I have to get a new card. I took my debit card out of my Apple Wallet on my phone just in case, because I don't know if they have access to my phone. I don't know if y'all have access to my phone, but I just tried to do everything that I felt like would release me from the grasp of these scammers. And so that's the scamming part of this story. I don't know if y'all just heard that, but anyway. Yeah, so like I was scammed, but like I assisted. That's a talent. But yes, like how just in the comment section, just let me know how many brain cells you think I lacked earlier to have accomplished such a thing. But yeah, so, and then fast forward, I'm on the phone with actual Apple. I'm telling them my problems, and then they're like, well, that doesn't make sense because you have 256 gigabytes of storage. And I told them, yeah, it prompted me to update storage. So then I updated it to 2 terabytes. They're like, ma'am, you actually just updated your iCloud, not your storage, and you really don't need that iCloud space. So do you want us to give that back to you? I was like, wow, yeah. And they're like, I'm sorry. It seems like thing after thing. I was like, yes, you don't have to say that, but yes, it is thing after thing. And then what else happened? Oh, the lady that was trying to help me with my problem was like, I don't understand your problem, so I'm gonna send you to my senior advisor. Then I'm talking to senior advisor man and telling him my problems again. And then he asked me, do I have what did he ask me? Oh, he asked me if my phone was up to date, and to which I said, I don't know. So what version of iOS do you have? And I said 14.0. He was like, okay, we'll try updating to 14.1. So then he's like, that should probably take an hour, and he set something to call me back in an hour. But turns out I'm over here in Eastern Standard Time. He's in Pacific or whatever. So the time I gave him ended up not being the right time. So then the hour went by and I didn't get a call. So I was like, dang, my luck. But at this point today, like this evening shows, I don't have luck today. So, excuse me, it's okay. So I said, I'm just gonna call Apple. I'm not even gonna get upset. I was like, I'm just gonna call Apple. I'm not even gonna get upset. Maybe something happened to this man, and that's why he can't call me. So I called, and then I got through to a guy, real cool dude, seemed like, on the phone. You know, I mean, all Apple people seem to be pretty peppy and professional. Like Apple, how they talk to you on like support is the same energy I get from like Starbucks baristas. It's real, hi, you know? So it was a good time. So fast forward through the conversation, I tell him the same spiel I told the scammers and the first Apple person, and he's like, wow. And then I didn't even feel like repeating my scam story to him. I just told him it's been a lot and I need help, at least with the storage problem. The money problem y'all can't help me with. That's my bad. So fast forward through him trying to help me, he realizes he doesn't understand why the stuff isn't importing. Then it turns out, like I mentioned earlier, I don't know if I mentioned it, but this thing might not be up to might not be up to date. Like the software version of iOS, whatever, might not be compatible with my little doohickey, basically. So that was a bummer to hear. I was like, oh, okay. Trying to be successful on the YouTubes, but it seems like that's not in my cards, and I'm not gonna fight it. This is gonna make it though. I have such great footage that I want. Anyway, back to the story. Then I'm on my laptop, and then he gets through on his share screen thing, and he's like doing his doohickey, helping me at the same time. And it's crazy how easily people have access to your device. Nothing's really yours. But anyway, he was trying to help me import the stuff on my SD card, this thing, into my laptop. That's why I have this in here, so that I could have tried his little method of success. Was it successful? Oh my God. Was it successful? Like 25%. And I'll tell you why. Basically, as he was trying his different methods, because he was saying, this was not basically his field, like Mac support. So he was just doing his best with knowing a Mac device, which he did pretty well. So he was walking me through stuff, and then the computer was laggy on his side because my Wi-Fi sucked. He's like, it seems like you don't have strong Wi-Fi. I was like, I don't. Thank you for saying that. And so then we're doing what we can do up here. I'm not tech savvy, so we're like, honestly, me and the tech guy are like laughing back and forth, but at me, because I really just didn't understand what he was trying to get me to do. He was like, okay, I'm gonna really break it down. I was like, okay, thank you though, but dang. And then my photos popped up. Now mind you, I recently, because my storage on my phone kept saying I didn't have space, I've cleared out my photo album. I'm not going to disclose everything, but you know, I'm in a relationship. There's photos you don't want everybody to see. And so turns out on the laptop, not everything you delete deletes. I don't know, or just maybe my stuff's just all messed up. I don't. But, and there was nothing, like I wasn't nude, but I wasn't in anything I wanted Apple support to see. So they saw it, and basically, they meaning the guy that I had been on the phone with for now an hour, building a good rapport with one another, joking, ha 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 ha. And then the screen pops up with myself, and he was like, do you want me to pause the screen? I said, yes. I'm so sorry. Yes. He said, it's not a problem. Because in the beginning, he told me it's going to be recorded. And so then I called myself getting rid of that screen, but I thought I did. And so then I said, okay, you can unpause, because he was trying to get me to do something and I was confused. He was like, would you like me to unpause? Like, it's cool. Basically, he's like, can I see? And I was like, you can see. And so then he had me doing what he was trying to get me to do to get my footage in my camera roll somehow. And then part of the process of getting my footage into the camera roll was pulling up my gallery again. The photos I thought I dispersed were not dispersed. So there was me again in a way I wouldn't want Apple support to see. And at this point, I was over it. I said, I'm sorry, but just help me still. He's like, all right. And so we just ignored the photographs that were on the screen, the share screen. And as we were doing this, I just constantly kept remembering that he said it's going to be recorded. All that's in my mind at this point is that Apple support has a screen recording of me. And anybody with common sense, which I lacked a little bit earlier today, can just figure out what I'm saying. So in the end, I'm supposed to get, oh no. And then while I was on the phone with that guy, then the number that was supposed to call me the hour before ended up calling me. And I was like, oh, they're calling me now. He was like, oh, okay, well, best of luck. I was like, thank you for everything. He was like, no problem. And then I talked to them, and we didn't really get anywhere, and they're gonna call me again on Monday to see if my software update will have a difference. And so basically, I lost $200 today for a situation that is still not resolved. And the only plus that I can think of right now, and my God, he's always there, but my coworker Raven, hey Raven, love you, told me that another coworker of ours talked to our boss's boss. And basically, I worked during the pandemic, and because that was like, in a way, we were putting ourselves at risk, but I wasn't around people, but I was around my coworkers, so anyway. And so I was around people, just not customers. That's what I was trying to say. And we're gonna get $1,000. So there's that. And that's my story time. I really don't like know how to feel about like me and myself. Like, I'm that gullible? Like, and I didn't think I was that gullible, but I really carried my happy tail to CVS. I bought a Google Play card. and put $200 on it in hopes to fight off the people in Ohio, Texas, Arizona, etc. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And the fact that it made sense to me at one point in time today, not even when I was younger, like today, I'm the same age I was earlier, 24. And this made sense to me. I have a degree. I sat down for an exam that made me a therapist, but this equated to legitimacy to me today. It's baffling. And I just want to say, I was on the phone with Mercedes earlier, and she was like, well, shoot, let me see if I can use it if they haven't used it yet. I just want to say they used it already. They used it. They used the $200 for whatever. So whatever's on Google Play, they ate that right up. I mean, I made somebody's, I don't know. Like, I always try to find a positive, but I'm just really perplexed at how stupid. And like, I'm not trying to call myself stupid. That was dumb. Like, that was real. Like, I was stupid. That was dumb. I mean, at least I'm supposed to get, allegedly, $1,000. But I could have got that and kept my $200 if I just had some. I just was so trusting. And I am a trusting person. And I didn't think Google would do that to me. But it did. So I just want to say to anyone that has an iPhone and an Apple product, to infinity and beyond, you make sure you're calling a legit number if you're going to Google it. I was talking to my boyfriend earlier. He was like, if you go to the App Store, the Apple number is in there. I didn't check that, but I wish I had. But I'm saying this to you guys that may have Apple products. Like, either just making up, like, I don't know. Just don't do that, though. And moral of the story, you don't have to pay for technical support. Bro, like, I'm really like, did I do that? I did. I look crazy. My hair's not even brushed. I look bald on the side. Well, I pretty much am. I'm just so upset. I mean, there's no need to be upset. The money gone. They took that quick. But my bank said they're going to send it back. I'm going to get a new card. I changed my Apple ID. So in my brain, all avenues to try to take from me are now closed. I hope. Like, I was scammed, but did I scam myself? I did. But like, I didn't though. Like, how did they do that on like Google? You got scammers that seem legit, okay? They're getting us people, i.e. me. They got me. And I would like somebody to do something about that so that nobody else is gotten. And then I got mail today. My car tax is due, and guess how much it is? $200. Ironically, the same amount of money I gave away today. I am talented, bro. That's like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm going to choose not to be frustrated. I'm going to ride on the niceness that is the potential $1,000 for working during this pandemic. So God still showed up today. Thank you. But please learn from me if you watched this whole video, because I just, wow. Wow. But let me go. Let me go. If you watched this far, thank you. Please give me a thumbs up. And make sure you like and comment and share if you want, and subscribe if you want. All those things if you would like to, but I would like you to, so please do. And I don't know what the next video will be. I do have some already recorded if I could ever get the footage on anything for me to be able to edit. But by the time I'll even want to edit it, like one I did is a reaction video to Alicia Keys' new album, which I don't want to say anything because I love the video that I recorded. But there's that. But by the time I feel like I get that out, nobody's going to even be searching her album reaction. And then I've been waiting so long for Ariana Grande. I'm saying that like she didn't release 2 albums like that and do some singles during this pandemic. But I was so excited for her project. My girl came out with a song and I can't even react to it like I wanted to. Everybody have a lovely evening or day or night or morning. And just try not to get scammed out here, okay? Pay attention. Be on your P's and Q's. Don't be like me in this situation. And I'll catch you whenever. I don't freaking know. Okay. Bye.